Hey, what's up you guys? How's it going? It's Papa, and today I'm going to be showing you guys everything that I picked up from the month of November. So as you can see here, we got a fat, very fat stack of cards here. Now, this is stuff that I collected just for the month of November. This is stuff that I picked up just throughout the month. And then the big thing too is that these are cards that I picked up before YCS Pasadena, after Pasadena, and during Pasadena. I definitely did a lot of spending in Pasadena, and the month of November was a very big month for my collection. Some cards got rid of, some cards got upgraded, some cards got added. Basically a lot happened in the month of November. I was very busy this month in terms of collecting. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and jump into the stack because boy, it's gonna be a doozy. So the first thing I want to touch base on is that I finished my Trickstar core. It's not completely where I want it to be. Some cards are mega pack. I would prefer them to be original, but it is still the core, and I definitely still have most of the cards that I need to play any kind of Trickstar build that I want. I don't have any of the links. I just don't think any of the links are really that good. So I just have like the main deck staples. So of course we have like the 3 copies of Candina, 3 copies of Licorice, 3 copies of Lilybell, nice beautiful super rare version. If you haven't seen it already, go check out my sprite list where I did play it with Trickstar cards, and it was actually a lot of fun to play. Moving on, more Trickstar cards. I have 3 Corabanes now, and then I have 3 of the Light Stage. I've actually had these, but this is just to show that the core is done, and we have 3 copies of Reincarnation. So definitely one of my favorite cores that I have in my collection. I definitely do really like the Trickstar archetype. The only problem that I've had with it in the past is that it can't really beat over anything. So it's not really a deck full of beaters, it's really just a deck full of, well, fairies. So that's it for the Trickstar lineup. Let's go ahead and see what else we got in this stack. Something I started doing with Sprite is that I actually decided to pick up the Nimble engine. So I do have 3 copies of super rare beavers that I did pick up just because this card is insane. I've always enjoyed this card in Sprite, mainly when, you know, when we had Ronin, but who didn't? But I do have 3 super rare beavers, and these were just something that I really didn't want to pick up because I used to have these, and I really know that I did because I got rid of them in my bulk a long time ago. But this is why you don't really get rid of bulk. I mean, you do, but always make sure you know what's in there. But I had to pick up these 2. They were a little bit more pricey than I would have liked to spend, but you know what? We got it. The gang's all here. So the Nimble package, had to get it. Speaking of packages,
good one, Donna.
We did get the Ishizu core, so that consisting of the 3 Medora, the 3 Keldo, the 3 Kelbeck, and the 3 Agito. Luckily, I didn't have to spend any dinero on this. I just had some store credit, and I thought, why not just pick up the Ishizu cards? And I've played it with Infernoid, as you've seen on the channel. I don't have an updated build just yet for the upcoming format, but it's still something that I want to toy around with because, I mean, as long as these cards are in the format, they're definitely going to be like probably the best cards in any deck that wins going forward, but it's very nice to have just added to the collection. And then just some random cards. I had to pick up another Duroswarm. I only had 2 out of all the boxes I pulled. I've only pulled 2, so I had to pick up a 3rd, unfortunately, because this card is definitely well above what I would have liked to spend on a super rare from a new set. So at least we have it though. We definitely have 3 now, so very nice to have for the collection. One of my favorite things I picked up was this Europrint Nightmare Corruptor Ibli. I was playing a secret for the event, but just a couple weeks ago I ended up picking up a Europrint secret, and it's very beautiful, so I can't really complain here. This card is very nice, and it does add a lot of flavor to basically my Sprite build, and I still enjoy playing it in my current list, and it's probably just going to be a mainstay in the near future. So I do like this card and might as well flex the Europrint, so why not? One of these, one of my favorite cards that I got for collection purposes is Rescue Rabbit. I mean, who doesn't love the little rabbit? I mean, this card is really cool. I mean, it's definitely a favorite to all the fans, and I mean, to basically just people that are longtime players of the game. Rescue Rabbit is just so iconic. I mean, look at the little guy with his glasses, or goggles, I guess. The goggles, the phone, I love Rescue Rabbit. I mean, they're not first ed, but you know what? Baby steps, right? At least we just have it. One day I'll get the plush. Who knows? Maybe. We'll see. And then for the main deck monsters, I got 2 Ultimate Rare Infernoid and Nunku. I was playing Seekers for the longest time. I never really owned this card as an Ultimate Rare, but I figured that if I'm going to keep playing Infernoid, I might as well just go ahead and max out the deck. These weren't too pricey, so I just thought I'd go ahead and get them. I did have a lot of credits, so I basically got rid of some cards, and then I just decided to cash out. And well, I went with these, and you know what? They look nice. I can't complain. These are really, really beautiful cards. So 2 Nunkus, because you only ever really need to. For some extra deck cards, I did get a Wallow, founder of the Drudge Dragons. Now, I say this lightly because I didn't really pick this up. I just pulled it from my packs that I've opened just throughout the boxes and my entry packs and all that. But I did get one of these, and this is a really cool card, so I just added it to my collection binder because I just feel like this is going to have some play in the near future. So who knows? But for right now, I'm just glad to have it because this card is very, very neat. I picked up a Photon Strike Bouncer Secret Rare from Galactic Overload. I really like this card because when you're playing the Pistols, since they are level 6, you can go ahead and overlay for the Strike Bouncer. And it's a card that can win you in time. Again, I'm not a really big fan of winning in time, but I just decided to go ahead and pick it up because who knows, maybe if someone like decides to break this card, I'll just have one ready at the situation when it does become playable. But if it doesn't, still cool to have in the collection nonetheless because I really do like this card. I used to play it with Battery Man back in the day, and this card is just very beautiful. I've never had it as a secret rare, but can't say that anymore. Secret rare and first edition, very nice. And then just some random ones. I picked up a Gin Buster. I mean, this card is absurd for the price that it's at, but I mean, it's nice to know that I have one now. Again, just had some credit, so I went ahead and picked one up. Very nice to have with Sprite. Don't really see it too much in the current format anymore, but it's still nice to have for the collection. And then Onibaru came ultra rare, so I just thought, why not just go ahead and pick up the ultra rare copy. While I was at Pasadena, I was busy, so I definitely did pick up some other nice stuff. I got this beautiful Crimson, no, what the fuck is this?
Dude, does it just suck being you?
Collector's Rare Nightmare Phoenix. So I really do like the look of this card. It is very, very beautiful. I really like the foiling print on it. I don't really play with a lot of Collector's Rare, but I've been playing with Super and Secret Unicorns so long, and I use these cards for almost every deck that I play. So I figured might as well go ahead and max them out, and I really do love the look of it. I got really good prices on both of these, so I can't complain. But that's it for the Phoenix. I'll show you the Unicorn. The Unicorn's very, very clean as well. I mean, you see me every time I post an extra deck. I mean, there's basically a Unicorn in here, and well, why not just flex the CR? So now we have Collector's Rare, both Nightmares. Lastly, for like extra deck staples, I got this Europrint Access Code Talker. I traded in my regular American print for a Europrint one, and this card's very, very clean, so I can't really complain. The condition's very nice. That's not the card, that's just the grime from the Perfect Fit sleeve that I use. I use Perfect Fits on all my extra deck cards just because since they don't really like get shuffled or they don't really have to like rely on any of that, that's just basically there just to keep it protected on the inside. But yep, that's it for the extra deck cards, I guess. For traps, and I know the video is a little bit long, so I do apologize in advance, but it is a lot to cover because I did pick up a lot of cards this month, and I do apologize. But starting off, we have this Pharaoh's Servant Imperial Order from Pharaoh's Servant, of course. I got this for a good deal. I mean, it was basically a throw-in for some other cards that I was getting, and I didn't actually own an Imperial Order. Who knows? Maybe this card ever comes off the ban list. We'll be able to see it again, but for now it's going to sit in my collection binder, and it's just there in case it ever comes back. So nice to have just in case. Next, I picked up my third copy of Destructive Daruma Cannon. I didn't have 3 of this at the beginning of the month, but now I do, so it's basically just a third one at that. And then since Mavens came out, we did upgrade some old school cards. So 3 non-fusion area got upgraded. Light Imprisoning Mirror also got an upgrade, and Shadow Imprisoning Mirror got upgraded. These originally became common, and now that they have holo printings, I just decided to say screw it, go for the holo printings. You could have played DT versions of the other 2, but just having them all match be ultra rare is just much cleaner. And you know what? They actually really look good, so I can't really complain too much there. Very nice traps to add to my collection. And then just for some sauce, I not really too saucy because they're not secret, but I did pick up some Eradicators. This is a very, very beautiful card. I played this for YCS Pasadena, and it did come in clutch. This card's really, really good. The only thing that it's not really good against too much is Tier, but playing it against Flu, playing it against Sky Striker is really key. And you know what? This card is really, really good. So can't complain there. These last 2 cards for traps have definitely been on my radar. You've seen it in probably a couple profiles by now, but 3 copies of super rare Different Dimension Ground. This card's very, very clean as a super rare. It's from Star Strike Blast. Very, very old set. I mean, who knows how old you guys are that watch my videos if you don't really play back in the day. But this card was very, very key back in the day, And I still like this card a lot because it's basically a one-turn Macrocosmos, and it's very, very nice looking. I really do enjoy the super rare printing of it, and it's first edition because of course. But yeah, definitely wanted to go ahead and get these because I've been playing with ultras for the longest, but I finally found someone with supers and now they're mine. While I was at the YCS, I also picked up 3 copies of Prismatic Secret Anti-Spell Fragrance from one of the old video games. I really did have this on my watch list for a very, very long time. It was just hard to find someone that actually had all 3 copies. So while I was at the YCS, I found people that did have like multiple copies. Someone had 2, and then I figured while I was at the YCS, I might as well just try to find one more, and I did, and well, I can't complain. These cards are very, very beautiful. It's something I've been wanting for a really long time, and now I have them added to the collection. So definitely love this card. I play it in basically almost every side deck that I can, just because of how powerful that it is. But 3 secrets of these. Finishing off the list here, I have the spells. So I picked up a Magnificent Maven version of Harpy's Feather Duster. No particular reason. I already have the secret one from the Dark Dual Story, or not Dark Dual Stories. It was one of the old video games, but I definitely have that secret Harpy Feather Duster. I just wanted to get one of this because it has the original like feather on it, and it's a very clean artwork. And you know what? If I ever need to get rid of my secret, I still have the Ultra. So very, very nice. Next we have from Mavens as well, we have 3 copies of Foolish Return. I didn't actually own this card, and I was trying to get some, but when it got announced for the reprint, I just gave up, and I just decided to go ahead and pick up Ultras. So now I have 3 of this. Who knows how much play this is going to see, because I know it got play in the YCS a couple like months back, but I just decided to go ahead and pick some up just to know that I have them. For some removal, we got 3 copies of Blizzard. I surprisingly didn't own this card. I thought I did, but I guess not really, to be honest. But I definitely have 3 copies of Blizzard now. It's a very, very clean card. It's basically just like it's kind of like an MST that just kind of negates a face-up card. But you know what, the card's really, really clean. I'm just glad to have a playset. It's from Rise of the Duelists, but I don't know what took me so long, but I have them now, and that's what matters. I also have more copies of removal. I have 3 copies of anti-magic arrows that I picked up over the course of the month. This is a really cool card. I mean, a lot of people know what this card does, but basically it just negates all spells and traps at the start of the battle phase, and your opponent can respawn. So if they have like super poly in the battle phase, like can't use it. It's basically just a way of stopping super poly. But I decided to get some of these because I had golds and I just really hated the golds. So I opted for the ultras, and the ultras look very, very clean. Same thing, I couldn't find anyone that had like a whole playset on them, so I finally did, and now they're mine. So nice to have. Another one that didn't come as a full playset, but I was able to get a full playset finally, is 3 copies of Nightbeam. I really do enjoy this card. I mean, you could play ultis if you want, but I am a very big original print guy. I know they came ultimate rare in the original set, I get that, but I just couldn't tell myself to play with ultimate rare, so I opted to just get ultras. And you know what? These cards are really clean. So definitely a big fan of these, and I am just glad to finally have them in the collection. I picked up a Dark Beginning 1 Change of Heart. I know this card just got ultra rare printed in Magnificent Mavens, but I really like having my older cards basically be from like their original sets. I know Change of Heart from DB1 isn't its original set. I know it's like the starter deck, and like basically MRD, I think, was where it became its original ultra rare, but I don't have access to that yet. When I do, when I find someone with one in really good condition, I'll get it. But for the meantime, the DB1 one works just as well, and it's still a very, very pretty card and very good condition too, to be honest, but really glad to have it. I get to take people's names and style, I guess. I also got 3 copies of Diffusion. I've been also eyeing this card. I was gonna get secrets, and then someone said they had supers, and so I panned over to the guy with supers, and he showed me that they had first ed ones, and I was like kind of in shock because I haven't seen these in first ed in basically years, basically since like Shadal format. But he cut me a good deal, and I ended up actually getting them because I am a really big fan of this card, and how I see it is like the older the better, and this card was in really good condition, so I just ended up picking up the playset from him, and well, now they're mine. And then the last card that I wanted to show, basically like probably the biggest part of the collection, if not like second biggest, was I picked up 3 copies of Secret Rare First Edition Pot of Dualities during the month of November.
Wow, that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Yeah, like I said, I was very, very busy with picking up cards. This isn't even everything. I had something set aside that I'm going to show you in December, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But yes, Secret Rare Pot of Duality, very, very clean, very, very nice. I don't even know if I'm going to use these, to be honest, but I'm just very glad to have them. I used to have them back in the day when I played True Draco a lot, but with Diagram at 1, there's no way I'm going to be playing Draco anytime soon. But when Draco does come back, I can just play it in style. So 3 secret dualities, very, very nice to have to the collection. And yeah, guys, that's going to go ahead and do it. So this whole big brick of cards is basically everything that I picked up for the month of November. There is more, but I'm going to show you guys that in December when everything is done. But yeah, guys, that's going to go ahead and do it for today's video. Sorry that it was long, but you know what? Sometimes the best things in life are long.
No, not really. I can't back that up.
But yeah, guys, that's going to go ahead and do it for today's video. And until next time, this has been Papa, and I will catch you all in my next video. Take care, everyone.